he started paying my electric bill for the last couple months of his life, which is another reason I didn't want to die. I was like, let's keep this gravy train rolling. I live in Washington, and Washington is one of the only states where you're actually allowed to have a death with dignity, which means if you're a terminally ill person and the pain becomes too much, you can sort of go out on your own terms. But you have to be a resident of Washington to do it. And my parents lived in Nevada, which is where old people go to hide their money. So, one way to establish residency is to have your name on a bunch of bills. My dad was basically keeping my lights on in case he wanted to turn his off someday. It was a pretty awkward conversation to have with your dad. I was like, are you sure you don't want to pay my rent also? Like, you never know how close they're gonna check these things. He didn't end up needing the hospice service. My mom got there first with a pillow. Oh, that's my mom's favorite joke, so fuck you guys, but well, it turns out it's really difficult to like plan and like schedule your own death, because he was just trying to live life to the fullest until the last minute. But when you're that sick, you just have a compromised immune system, so anything can take you out, right? Like a cold or a flu or a hoax even. And so by the time we realized like, he might not recover, we called the hospice nurse and they go, oh, great, we're gonna interview him over the next 2 weeks to see if he's eligible to die. My dad literally goes, good luck keeping me alive for 2 weeks. And I was like, holy shit. It's a crazy process, because you have to convince this nurse that you're like close enough to death that you might as well do it. But that you're of sound enough mind that you're making the decision on purpose and you're not just a little sad that day. So they're literally at his deathbed interviewing him like, have you ever thought about hurting yourself? Made a plan to hurt yourself and didn't follow through with it, or started to hurt yourself and stopped? My dad goes, not until I called you. I was like, holy shit. He is dying and killing at the same time. How is that possible? Good for him. But those are the things I'll remember, just that he got to be himself until the last day. And even the optimism, like he was, like 3 days before he died, he was planning concerts months away. He was like, Andrew, the Eagles are coming to the Sphere in April. We should go. I was like, Dad, I don't know how to tell you this, but you're about to see the Beatles. I mean, at least the good ones. Oh, yeah, that's the most offensive joke I told tonight. That's funny.